Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fate's Day Night. Previously, it was the day after everyone made it home safely, except Archer, may he rest in peace, and then there was a question of what to do with Ilya. And we had a choice of either taking her in or handing her over to the church for protection. I chose hand her over to the church. I attempted to kick Ilya out onto the streets, but unfortunately I kind of got railroaded into having to keep her around. Look, I don't like Ilya as a person, but as a character she's fine. It's not like whenever she's on screen I'm groaning and just waiting for her to go away. No, it's just that I think she's evil and twisted and irredeemable, but that's just me. Anyway, so between videos, I had time, finally, to look at the completely censored version of that one scene that occurred just before the fight with Berserker. And yeah, the censored version is completely different. So in that scene, well, I actually grabbed some pictures, so take a look here. In that scene, the deal was that Shirou and Saber would make skin-to-skin contact, and Shirou would transfer a portion of his magic circuit into Saber to brute force connect a magical connection. And the visuals were very trippy. You can already see what I mean. That's the visualization of Shirou as he's exiting his own body, and then in Saber's mind, it turns out the core of Saber is this big-ass lava lake, and there's a big giant red dragon in it. I guess that really is the symbol of the king, huh? Well, anyway, Shirou got friggin' ate by the dragon, but that was kind of the point, to become one. And Shirou focused all his energy and remembered Saber's voice and her will, and focused his power not to defeat the dragon, but to defeat the pain of being one with it. And then the magical connection was forged. Shirou lost 3/10 of his magic circuit, but he feels pretty confident that he can still use his magic, as he does. And yeah, Saber got the magical energy, and now Shirou can sustain her. So that's very nice. Now, for good measure, I did continue on, and I fast-forwarded and I overwrote the saves. So now we're continuing on this timeline where the perfectly normal mind link sharing happened. And I will say, I actually do like it a lot more than the H scene that I suffered through. Because this was way more intimate. It was very metaphorical and fantastical and weird, but it was more intimate. Shirou and Saber linked minds, they became one briefly. The H scene was a bit more about the lust, I guess. So I like it a lot more. Anyway, so previously I said I would reload and choose the option to say yes to protecting Ilya, but I don't really want to, so I want Ilya to suffer. If I say protect Ilya, I'll see her being happy, and that will make me feel bad. So let's continue on with the timeline where we try to get rid of her, but then we can't, and she sticks around, and then Shirou and Saber go to the dojo. So yes. Finishing breakfast, we go to the dojo. Tosaka is back in her room, and Saber is with me. As for Ilya... Alright, fine. Hey, are you really going to be training? She is right beside me, following me to the dojo. I thought I could play with you today and was looking forward to it. But Saber's here. It's cold here and it's boring. Well, it's naturally boring for Ilya. After all, training isn't a fun thing to watch.
Hey, let's go back to the living room. If you want to be strong, I'll help you.
What? Taking my hand with both of hers, Ilya tries to leave the dojo. But I can't compromise on this. No, I can't, Ilya. Training is my daily routine, so I'm going to do it. I'm inexperienced as a magus, so I have to be able to fight a little at least. And I'll be able to protect you if I train, right? She's an Einsborn magus. She doesn't need protecting. I'm the one who decided to protect you, so I have to at least do this much.
Yeah, that might be true. But I don't mind not being protected by you. You're my only chance, so all you have to do is be with me.
Nope, my persuasion failed. Ilya pulls at my hand. Saber is watching us silently. Her stare is rather painful. She must not approve of Ilya yet, and I think she's acting too bluntly. Our eyes meet. Good. I'll have Saber convince Ilya. I'm telling you, no. Tell her, Saber, training with you is our daily routine.
There is nothing for me to say. It is you that brought Ilyasville here. It is your role to persuade her, and it is not within my obligations.
Something's wrong. I don't know why, but could it be that she's really mad?
Oh, so Saber understands. You don't have to train. There are only weak servants left, so you don't need to do this sort of thing. Come on, Shirou. Let Saber take care of the other masters, and we can play outside.
Whoa. I lose my balance and take a step towards the exit. Hold on. No. Let go of me, Ilya. I won't listen even if you complain to me. I won't skip my training, and I'm going to keep on training. I know it's boring for you, but I like it. If you don't like it, stay in the living room. I shake her off violently.
Kya?
She must not have expected me to shake her off. Ilya moves away and looks at me uneasily. Crap. Even if I had to get her off me, there must have been a kinder way to do so. Sorry, Ilya. That was too rough of me. But I can't stop my training. I'm sorry to leave you alone, but can you stay in the living room for now? Ilya starts to walk away without saying anything. She walks to the entrance and stops by the wall beside it. What?
Fine, then I'll watch from here. That's okay, right?
She screams and glares at me. Well, I don't mind, but it's cold here. The living room has tea and snacks.
It's fine because I said so. I won't leave Saber and Shirou alone together.
Saying something strange, Ilya looks away. Well, okay. You can go back to the living room if you get bored. I don't understand Ilya's point. But I guess things are settled. I take 2 shinais from the wall and turn to Saber. Then, let's start. I might be off since it's been 3 days. Hey, Saber, you seem a bit spaced out. Are you sick or something?
No, that is not it, but...
Saber looks away from Ilya and shakes her head. So, you're fine? Then let's start. Here's your shinai. Oh, Shirou, you're so oblivious.
No, you can throw it to me. It'll be a problem if you carelessly get too close to me. We are training.
Okay, even in this timeline, Saber doesn't want to touch Shirou. That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about, Saber? I throw her the shinai. After all, I've never gotten Saber. I've never been able to close in on her, so she doesn't need to tell me to not go near her carelessly. Oblivious. Saber catches the shinai awkwardly and takes an exaggeratedly deep breath. Then let us start. It will be different from before, but try to stay calm, Shirou. Looking at Ilya, Saber says so. It's fine, I won't mind who's watching once we start. I ready my shinai and look at Saber. In front of me is the golden-haired girl with the shinai. That fixes my attention only on her. Little does Saber know that, secretly, all men gain a power boost if girls are watching. Yes. Finishing the training after 2 hours, we enter the usual break. Stopping, I place my shinai on the wall. Oh, that shows me, again, you're really amazing. Nodding, I drink water from kettle. Quenching my thirst and wiping my sweaty neck, my body finally calms down.
Hey, that was your training? It just looked like Shirou was getting beat on.
Ugh. Ilya says something unpleasant. That's wrong, Ilya. I'm getting beat on now, but it was worse before. Rather, you could say I did well today since I didn't get knocked out.
I see. But is that really from your skills? You lost your balance lots of times, but it seemed like Saber was overlooking it on purpose.
Ilya ponders. She's sharp. I noticed that too. I don't know whether she was showing consideration for my body or whether she's not up to par. But either way, Saber wasn't going full strength against me. Well, she never goes full strength, but she still mercilessly attacked me when I showed an opening. But today, Saber lacked that. She did not perform any attacks that would have knocked me out, even though she usually does. You think so too? So Saber let me off easy today? She can clearly hear all this.
It didn't really seem that way. Saber was ready her shinai to deliver the final blow, but she kept pulling back at the last second. I wonder what that was all about. Rather than letting you go, it seemed like she was scared of you or holding back.
Huh? Saber would never hold anything back. If she had such compassion, I wouldn't have been hurt so much on the first day.
That's right. Saber doesn't hold back during training. I could desperately concentrate on Saber because I knew that.
Wait. Oh, that's just Shirou's inner thoughts, my bad. That's right. Saber doesn't hold back during training. I could desperately concentrate on Saber because I knew that. Jeez. What's wrong, Saber? It won't be training like this. You weren't going easy on me, were you?
No, I did not go easy on you. I was assuming the role of a fighter one rank above you, as always.
Saber must feel today's training is strange as well. Yeah, I can't imagine you going easy on me, and I can tell you were serious. But weren't you too conservative today? It's no good unless you come straight at me and smack me.
Straight on? But that will cause me to come too close to you. Our bodies might touch depending on the circumstances.
What? We're fighting, so of course our shoulders will hit. After all, you used to tackle me away when I got in too close. Aren't you good at close range fighting?
I did that?
What are you saying? Well, you did it quite often. Remember when we first trained? You drove me up against the wall. When I said you were rather powerful for a girl, you said it was only natural for a swordsman. Why don't you air all that dirty laundry? Oh. Saber is standing there, dumbfounded. Saber really is acting weird today. But I have no idea why. It'll be a problem if Saber's sick or something, so maybe I should talk to Tosaka about it later on. We resume our training, still different from how it was before. We resume, but Saber backs off after only a few matches. Oh, apologies if you hear something. I think there's a leaf blower outside. Is this a new training method? She might counterattack when I let my guard down. She's out of breath? I watched Saber closely, or was that Shirou? No, I think that was Shirou. Saber narrows her eyes seriously and taking a step towards me. Shirou, let us have lunch. Says something rather unlike her. Huh? I lower my shinai. Lunch? Is it time already? The clock says it's a bit before 12. She's right that it's time for lunch, but this is the first time Saber has suggested it. We never noticed the time when we were training in the dojo. It was the routine for us to take a break and only notice that it was lunchtime when we felt hungry and looked up at the clock. It's a reasonable proposal, so I can nod, but... Ooh, 3 choices, hello, okay. Let's have a little save. This is choice number 30. Fate, choice number 30. I wonder how many there are total in the Fate route. Anyway, so... let's have lunch. Yeah, sure. I guess that would be a nice meal with Saber and maybe Ilya and also maybe Rin? Maybe. That's fine, but why are you exactly on time today? Ooh, that would put Saber on the spot. Ooh. That might be cute. And then there's no way we're fasting today. God, that would be a bit cruel because of all the action that happened and how injured Saber got. Like, that breakfast, large though it may be, was the only meal she was able to have for, 3 days? 2? Let's start with, that's fine, but why are you exactly on time today? Yeah. Ilya is here too, so let's have lunch early. Putting the shinai down, I agree with Saber. And then... Saber's shoulders slump in relief. She's being even more suspicious. Maybe I should at least ask why. Good. Let us go to the living room then. The food you prepare is delicious, but it takes time to prepare. What? Is the time to prepare it a waste? Oh, then I should have made a boxed lunch every day. If I did that, it would have been easier and there would have been no need to go to the kitchen. I was going to show my thanks by making a gorgeous lunch, but I guess it can't be helped if Saber says so. Shirou? What are you doing? Let us go to the living room. You mean lunch, right? Placing my shinai on the wall, I arrange cushions for the 3 of us. Yes, lunch. We will be taking a break after that, so it will be a problem unless you go to the kitchen right away. Why? There is no need to go to the living room or hurry. By the way, what's the problem? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Saber has lost all saturation. Red alert. Saber suddenly stops as if she's switched off. And why are you right on time today? Is there some reason to hurry? No, I am not in a hurry. Then let's take it slow if we're not in a hurry. We have plenty of time.
Well, that is true, but...
Saber looks around awkwardly as if not knowing what to do.
Let us just go to the living room. It will affect our later training if we do not eat lunch.
I'm telling you, I've prepared it. If you have time, can you go to the living room and pick up the boxed lunch I prepared this morning?
Huh? Boxed lunch?
I nod while opening the window to let some air in. And then, I hear a rumbling sound of hunger. Oh, I see. We always used to check the time when one of our stomachs growled. No wonder I thought it was strange. I turned to Saber. What's wrong, Saber? Is it too cold for you with the window open? But we're going to eat lunch, so we have to ventilate the room.
No, it is nothing. So the lunch is prepared in the living room?
Saber runs out of the dojo. Okay, I called Shirou oblivious, but even I'm starting to not know what the hell she's doing. Those conservative blows and her mood right now and all. Does Saber have a fever today? At noon, we start to eat lunch. I made a proper meal this morning, so I made a boxed lunch with the leftovers. This feels like that transition that feels like where these three choices might match up. Huh. Let's check the relationship chart. Okay, no budging for anyone, so let's reload and choose that other choice. This time, let's try alright, let's have lunch. You're right. It's a bit early, but let's start preparing.
Is it early? It is almost noon, and will take time to prepare, so I believe this is around the right time.
Huh? Oh, I made boxed lunches today. It's already made, so we can eat it once we bring it here.
Wonderful. Then I guess I'll be able to endure this.
Saber is relieved.
What? Endure what? No, I did not mean anything. I was just talking to myself, so let us eat lunch now.
Saber, you're acting a bit strange. You acted strange while we were training too. It's a problem if you don't tell me when you're feeling bad. If you feel sick, we'll forget about the boxed lunches and make something that's easy to digest.
No, that is not true. It will take time to start cooking, and we need to eat right now. Anyways, let us eat lunch, Shirou.
She's obviously acting suspiciously. But it doesn't seem like she's sick, so I shouldn't have to prepare anything different for lunch. Alright, then I'll bring some tea with lunch, so wait here, let's eat in the dojo for once.
Yes, I'll be looking forward to it, Shirou.
Saber sees me off, waving her hand wildly. Panicking and getting mad. I really wonder what's wrong with her today. Yeah, I don't get it. Well, okay, that's how that caught up. Let's try the third choice. No way, we're fasting. No can do, we're fasting today. Oh, that dramatic piano note, that got me. Oh man. Provisions exhausted. Ready for my last stand. Seek time 0 seconds. I reply on reflex.
Shirou, what does that mean?
Is it hard for you to understand? I'm telling you that we're not eating lunch today. We had hamburgers for breakfast, so I thought we could skip lunch. I don't know why I felt that way, but, well, I'm not that hungry right now anyway. We're in the middle of the training, so I want to continue. So, let's continue with the training. Come on, put up your shinai up. I point my shinai at Saber.
Hold on, Shirou. Our conversation here has not finished. Is it not thoughtless to suppose that we do not need lunch because we had enough breakfast? Whoa! Oh, what are you doing, Saber? Give me back my shinai. No, we do not have time. As a servant, I demand my master prepare some food quickly.
Hold on. Saber is acting too strangely. Saber, are you in a hurry? Do you have something to do?
No, I am telling you that we should have lunch.
No, I say we're skipping lunch.
Ridiculous. You do not understand even now? This is your final warning, Shirou. Please make lunch right now.
Saber protests with enough force that I think she might come at me. And right when I'm about to nod because of her strange actions... Oh, your stomach. Saber's stomach complains of hunger. Was that you, Saber? Are you that hungry?
No, I am not that hungry, but it seems my body wants energy.
Oh. I guess it can't be helped since you were moving around all this time, but it's a bit vulgar, Saber. If you forget modesty just because you're a servant, Shirou won't like you. Oh, that was, oh. What, having your stomach growl is immodest? The hell?
That is not true. I am a servant, so the only thing that would dismay Shirou would be my defeat.
I won't be dismayed if you lose, and that doesn't mean I won't be surprised by anything other than your defeat.
That is the only reason. First of all, it is an appropriate function for a stomach to growl when hungry. If that annoys you, it is Shirou's fault for not letting me eat.
She glares at Ilya and then at me, who, according to her, is the cause of this. By the way, the growling of the stomach is caused by movements of stomach called hunger contraction. The stomach is always expanding and contracting, but this movement is stronger during hunger. And with the contraction of the stomach, the air inside the stomach is compressed and a growling sound is made. And it's kind of paradoxical, but the growling is affected by the autonomic nervous system as well. Well, thanks for the lesson, Teach. After all, the stomach is always active, and it's not true that it growls only when one's hungry. The motion of the stomach. The reason for the loud sound is... I'm hungry. If it growls, people would know I'm hungry, so I have to hold it. Tensing yourself up and making your stomach all the more active, or something like that. Huh. So in other words... Oh, could it be that you're angry because you're hungry? So that's why you're irritated? Jeez, your energy consumption is pretty high considering how much you ate this morning.
What? Oh, come to think of it, wasn't that obvious because she was quiet, but she was eating twice as much as Rin? Saber is such a glutton. That is wrong. I am not a huge eater, but it is rather that Rin is a small eater. Shirou should understand that the... It seems that way. Saber always finishes her meal. If we let her, maybe she'd eat as much as Fujini.
Oh no, she's mad.
That is not true. What are you watching, Shirou?
Huh? Well, it's just an honest opinion. Oh yeah, that would be Shiro who said that, because why would Ilya know who Fujini is? And your stomach always growls at this time of day. Leaving the matter of gluttony aside, I think you'd get hungry pretty fast.
See, Saber is so unladylike.
Fellas, is it unladylike to be hungry? That is the weirdest thing I've seen all week. She must be happy that she was able to disparage Saber as she jumps for joy. On the other hand, Saber, who was in the rare panic earlier, is back to her usual self as if nothing has happened. Saber? You're not mad, are you?
I am not mad. As Ilyasville says, I am taking in a lot of food. I might have been pushing myself to reduce Shiro's burden by taking in as much magical energy as possible.
Oh yeah. Saber can only replenish magical energy by herself. That's not true anymore. She must have wanted to save her magical energy by sleeping, and she must have wanted to retain her magic energy by eating. Sorry, I wasn't thinking about that. You're right. If the master can't replenish your magical energy, you have to take in magical energy yourself. But in this timeline, they did forge a connection. Or maybe it was like a one-time power-up. Many times more than the magical energy I have, too. Servants use up huge amounts of magical energy just by existing. But Saber can only create enough magical energy to keep herself alive.
No, it is fine if you understand. But more importantly, Shiro.
Yeah, I know. Lunch is actually already prepared. We're having boxed lunches today, so we can eat right away.
No, let us keep training a bit longer.
Oh. And then, Saber gives me back my shinai and steps far enough away to start a match. Saber? I'm saying we'll be eating. Whoa, she looks so happy.
There is no need. It seems you like this better.
Oh no. Oh, it's revenge. Hold on. I just felt a real chill. Hold on. Let's calm down. Saber, you're actually really mad, right? I ask her timidly. Oh. Okay. Oh.
Of course not. Do I look any different?
You are different.
Armor?
Armor with a shinai? Fully armed?
Well then, we will cruise through lightly, as always.
Are you serious? This is so immature of you. She won't listen to me. An impact like lightning. With her shackles as my teacher released, Saber attacks me violently. Oh! What? Did she just kill Shiro? Oh, that's the best. Okay. Well, it looks like we just got thrown into wait, not load. Got thrown into a Taiga Sensei dojo, so turn voices.
Hello.
ちょっとした手違いで命を終えたあなたを昇天させる心霊ワールドタイガー道場です
This is a spiritual world that takes you to heaven, congratulating you for dying from a small mistake. The Tiger Dojo.
助手の死後の天使1号です。
I am the assistant, Dead Angel number 1.
しかし、人生、注意1秒、怪我一生。
But in life, you should take simple precautions or the wounds will last forever.
冗談の通じない相手をからかうときは、死を覚悟してからかうべきなんですね。
If you're about to make fun of someone who doesn't get jokes, I guess you have to be prepared to die.
そうみたいね。けどシロ、セイバーの一突きで魂吐き出すなんて可愛いんだからな。
I guess so, but Shirou is really cute, spitting his soul out after just one thrust from Saber.
美的感覚が壊れたちびっこ。
This kid has a messed up sense of aesthetics.
と、それはいいとして、今回の仏さんはわりかし綺麗よね。原型残ってるなんて珍しいんじゃない？
Though, this corpse is rather beautiful. Isn't it rare for him to keep his form? Oh, Shirou died on his feet.
そうね。なんか物足りない感じ。
Yeah, it really isn't enough.
いじるか。
Should we mess with it?
いじろうか。
Shall we mess with it?
よし。これより改造手術を行う。何かの手違いで蘇らないように、まずは両手をガトリング砲に改造するのだ。
What? What? Okay. I guess we're doing this. Alright, we'll start the modding operation. First, we'll modify his hands into Gatling guns so he won't revive from some mistake.
さあ、いやさあ。
Well, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Oh.
よーし、
What?
インスタントにオペ終了。
The production value is insane. Oh. Alright, operation finished instantaneously.
どうかね？全身を改造された気分は。
What do you think? How does it feel to have your whole body transformed?
だが、君の意志を尊重し、最後の改造、脳手術はやめておいた。
But we have respected your will and have not performed the last transformation, the brain surgery.
おいた。
We didn't.
さあ、このまま自主的に我らトラッカーの一員となるか、洗脳されてマシンとなるか、君の意志で決めたまえ。
Now, choose whether you will become one of us, the Tigers, by your own will, or if you will choose brainwashing and become a machine. Choose with your own will.
大変です、相当。実験体が改造されたパワーを使って高速を引きちぎりました。
This is bad, Master. The experiment used its transformed powers to rip off the restraints.
大暴れです。基地が破壊されます。
He's going on a rampage. Our base will be destroyed. I feel like I sidestepped back into Hatoful Boyfriend. Oh my god.
我々は自らの手で最強の敵を生んでしまったのではないでしょうか。
We might have created our own nemesis. Okay, yeah. Hatoful Boyfriend, that is another visual novel I let's played in the past. This scene is giving me big Hatoful Boyfriend energy. My god.
しまった。まずは脳改造からしておくべきだったか。
We should have done the brain surgery first.
普通はまず脳改造から始めると思います。
Normally, I think you start with that part. Huh? I think I just had a really bad dream. Or could that really be the afterlife? Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion that Shirou would return to consciousness. Now his soul just got knocked out of his body. We're good. But let's turn voices back on. Have you awoken, Shirou? I am ashamed that you could not even dodge the first blow. So please dodge it next time. I am using kendo techniques,
so you should be able to survive it for a little while if you become desperate.
What? Are we still going to continue?
Of course. There are 10 more minutes until we usually have lunch. Let us train our hearts out as usual.
Saber's Shinai of anger strikes again. My consciousness starts to fade again. I should be careful. Saber is someone who will retort thoroughly when angered. Good lord. That's a thing that just happened. Okay. I'm really curious about the relationship. No changes. Okay, we're sticking with that. What just happened is completely canon. Oh, man. I need a moment. Yeah, okay, we're good. Let's go. Okay, I have found my composure. A little worse for wear, but we're good. We're good. At noon, we start to eat lunch. I made a proper meal this morning, so I made a boxed lunch with the leftovers.
I see. You have put the food from breakfast between bread.
Saber admires the sandwich as she eats it. As she is using a paper napkin so as to not dirty her hands, I can sense her elegance even with this kind of lunch.
Yeah, I thought so this morning as well, but Shirou sure is a good cook. I think eating good food is a good thing.
On the other hand, Ilya is stuffing in her sandwich full of energy. I don't know if she's out of control or just copying me. Ilya usually seems more well-mannered than Saber, but that doesn't seem to apply to dining manners.
Hold on, Ilyasville. Your hair will get dirty if you stay like that.
What? Why would you do that? Saber places a napkin against Ilya's cheek. Something like butter must have been on there as Saber wipes around Ilya's mouth.
Thanks, but what is this? You don't like me, right? Yes, I am still on guard right now, but I understand people's hearts as well. You bear no hostility and Shirou has accepted you as a guest. So I will use minimal manners and...
This is so weird. Out of everything in this visual novel, why does something like this get unique art?
Your hair is beautiful. Seeing it get dirtied in front of me is somewhat painful.
That must have been from the bottom of her heart. Saber's voice is the same as always. It doesn't sound like she's thinking about Ilya. Ilya stares at Saber, and I realize Ilya has never directly looked at Saber until now. For Ilya, Saber was just my servant and not someone that deserved to be treated as a human.
Shirou is mine, even if you say that sort of a thing. Well, I can consider you as well. I can make Shirou win, but I can't protect him.
Ilya says so while shrugging her shoulders and eats her sandwich.
You do not need to tell me that. It is a servant's duty to be their master's shield.
Saber answers Ilya plainly. The conversation is the same as before, but their voices sound more gentle. Tosaka comes while we're relaxing after lunch.
Shirou, are you here? I'm ready, so come by as soon as you can.
She addresses me concisely and returns to the outbuilding. Oh, I forgot about that. I was going to have Tosaka teach me magic this afternoon. As I never had a proper teacher, Tosaka's magic lectures are more than helpful. It seems Tosaka is still willing to teach me, so I should go and see her as quickly as I can. Sorry, I'll be going to Tosaka's room. I don't know how long it'll take, so you guys can go rest.
Alright, I'm kind of sleepy, so I'll take a nap.
Oh, thank God. Here I was thinking that Ilya was playing the overly protective role, like... It's clear how she talks to Saber. Ilya is in love with Shirou, apparently. She wants him all to herself. That's why she was so focused on staying in the room and never leaving Shirou and Saber alone together. But if she's just going to take a nap while Shirou go visits Rin, then maybe she's not as crazy as I thought. Ilya goes out of the dojo, rubbing her eyes sleepily. Good. If Ilya will calmly go to sleep, there won't be any problem with me going to Tosaka's room.
Shirou, are you going to Rin's room?
Yeah, I just said so. I need her to teach me magic.
Is there a need for that? We have defeated Berserker, and there are no more enemies that require our cooperation to defeat. So there should not be anything you need to learn from Rin.
Huh. That might certainly be true. First of all, Tosaka taught me so that we could go up against Berserker. Now that that need is not there, there's no more reason to learn from Tosaka, but... No, I want to learn from her, forgetting the thing about Berserker. I'm inexperienced, so I have to become a better Magus as quickly as I can.
I see. If you say so, I have no right to stop you.
Maybe Saber's worried that Shirou will get even more emotionally attached to Tosaka because, like it or not, there's an eventuality in front of them. Saber murmurs with a sad face. Well, no, not really, right? They could just go to Kirei and have him remove her command spells. If he'd be even willing to do that, though.
Then I'll start the lecture, but there's something I need to ask you first. Is any part of your body broken?
Tosaka asks me a strange question as soon as I enter her room. What? What would be broken?
I'm asking you if any part of your body won't move. You did something as absurd as that, so I know your nerves must be burned up somewhere. Well, I don't really care, but I need to know before I start teaching you.
It seems my body should be numb somewhere, according to Tosaka. But I know myself that she's wrong. No, my whole body's fine. The fever and the headache went away after one night, so I'm healthy now.
Huh? That can't be true. You projected Saber's sword. That kind of stun should at least take out one of your arms.
I'm telling you, they're fine. Okay, yeah, what the hell is with Shirou's absurd regeneration? It extends not just to his physical body, but to his magic as well. Anyways, if I couldn't move, I wouldn't have been able to carry Ilya home. The only things wrong with me back then were the fever and the headache.
You're lying. Let me see your arm, Shirou.
Without waiting for a reply, Tosaka takes my arm and stares at it. That makes my breathing stop. Even though I'm getting used to her, having her this close tenses me up. There really doesn't seem to be anything wrong. There are some places black like a bruise that might be because of the burning,
But everything else is healed. No, it's more like it grew anew rather than healing.
As she murmurs, her breath brushes my arm. Hey. That makes me blush, but...
Your body is ridiculous. This isn't because of that healing. Your healing is definitely caused by some outside force, but I think that this is from your own healing power.
She says so while rolling up my sleeve and patting my arm. Hey, stop that. That's enough, Tosaka. Go sit in your chair if you're done. I pull my arm back to get away from Tosaka.
Hey, I'm examining your body to see how you are. Oh, I see.
Tosaka moves closer to me.
You say your fever's gone, but it seems you still have one. Your face is all red.
She knows exactly what she's doing. That's none of your business. Don't worry about it.
I see. If it's none of my business, then you won't mind me doing this, right?
Ha! Don't put your hand on my forehead. I don't have a fever, so there's no point.
It seems so. Even your ears are red. It seems more like you're drunk than feverish.
It's deliberate. I bet she's doing this deliberately. Tosaka, you're doing this on purpose, right?
Oh, you can tell? I had to make fun of you since your reactions are so good.
You should go to hell for toying with a man's innocence.
Well, I'll stop playing around. The mummy hunter might become the mummy if I make fun of you too much.
What the Okay, that must be like a local thing. Tosaka returns to her chair and in a good mood. This is a problem. Tosaka will likely make more fun of me as the days go by. Tosaka, I don't like to say this, but I came here to learn seriously.
Oh, that's so impolite. I feel the same way. I was just checking on my students' health just now.
Okay, then you'll get to the point, right?
Let's see. It's outside my specialty, so I'll only be able to give you some advice, but I'm sure it's better than nothing.
Tosaka turns to me seriously, discarding her earlier lightheartedness.
To be honest, that last lesson was the last time I could be of help to you. You can't learn magic with such short lessons. I only turned the switch on for you that you didn't use. Do you understand?
That jewel, right? After I swallowed that, the magic circuit did become something to switch on and off rather than something to make.
Yeah, that's about all I can teach you in such a short time. And even that was just releasing what you've been training until now. I can only develop what you've learned, and I have no intention of teaching you any new magic. Because you have no talent. Ouch.
Yeah, I feel kind of refreshed if you tell me it straight like that. But you will give me advice about the magic I can use, right? So tell me what I used back then. Tosaka doesn't answer. She just glares at me like I'm her enemy. Tosaka? This is a lecture, right? It's a problem if you don't say anything. She averts her gaze with an unhappy expression. But that's only for a moment.
That's impossible.
I can't use projection magic. There's no way I can teach you about something I don't understand. Wow. You can't use it? I tilt my head questioningly. wasn't the thing I used against Berserker fundamental for a Magus? Assuming the structure of an object and passing the necessary magical energy through it. It's no different from a strengthening magic. But it's hard to pass my magical energy, an alien element, through an object that's already there. It's like adding paint I consider red to make something redder, but ending up with a different color. Compared to that, it's so much easier to draw using my own paint from start to finish. I can just draw whatever I want. That can't be true. You must be able to do that. It's easier than strengthening magic. Hey, if you said that to another Magus, they would kill you for sure. What you did was projection, and you completely reproduced a noble phantasm. I've never heard of a faker who could do such a thing. I feel a chill. It's not my imagination. Tosaka is certainly hostile to me. It's nothing. I had a sense of it since I saw your shed. There's no point in feeling enmity towards Emiya Shirou now. That's right. The overheard conversation, the runes imprinted on the floor of the shed. No. You don't think... You don't think Shirou's a sorcerer, do you? I'll explain, since you seem to be misunderstanding. What you did was a projection magic. It's an incomplete magic that reproduces images of existing artwork or weapons using your own magical energy. It's usually used as a temporary substitute for ritual items, but it disappears quickly since it's made from an image, and it's naturally recognized as an imaginary object. I can understand that it's a reproduction made out of illusions. I saw a saber sword in my dream and imagined the golden sword based on it. I don't get it. Magical energy is like clay, so shouldn't it stay around once it takes form, even if it's just an image? That's not true. Magical energy is something that can only exist inside you, right? That's why we pass our magical energy into other things and use our magical energy as a starter to affect nature. Sure, I can make something like a dagger by mixing magical energy like toffee. But that's it. It's just toffee that's shaped like a dagger, and it will disappear quickly since magical energy is taken outside will vaporize. Listen, things made of magical energy will not last long, and they're just shapes. Well, I guess the projection magic takes these things with only shape and make the ability close to the originals as well. Certainly, magical energy has no shape. I can feel it when it's in my body, but it fades and disappears once it goes outside. So no matter how well I make a blueprint in my head and construct something out of magical energy, it is only natural for it to fade away since it's made out of magical energy. Come to think of it, when I first did something like projection when Kuretsugu first started to teach me, he told me to do strengthening instead because projection was inefficient. I see. Projection uses a lot of magical energy. It'll disappear right away when you use it, so it's pointless to make things. That's right. For example, you would use 10 magical energy to project a sword, right? In that case, the sword only has a power of about 3 or 4. A human image is full of holes, so it can't reproduce something like the original. In contrast, if you strengthen a sword using 10 magical energy, the power of the sword increases to 20 or 30, and it lasts 100 times longer than projection. You understand? Nowadays, projection magic is only used during rituals. It's just a magic used to prepare a temporary substitute in case a real tool cannot be prepared. It was appropriate for your father to teach you strengthening. You don't have many magical circuits to begin with, so you wouldn't be any different from a normal person if he taught you something as useless as projection magic. I understand that. But then, what was that? The golden sword that I imagined in my head and reproduced seemed to have its original powers. Then I guess it was only by chance that I could project Saber's sword. Come to think of it, that sword held ridiculous amounts of magical energy. It's certainly strange to imitate magical energy that's 100 times what I have, huh? That's, probably because you're compatible with swords. Magi each have an attribute, right? I think it's swords in your case. Attribute? You mean elements like fire or water? Right. One usually takes one of the elements that make up this world. They call fire normal and wind noble in the Magic Association, right? It can be one of earth, water, fire, wind, heaven, or one of wood, fire, earth, metal, water. Oh. That's interesting. That first group, earth, water, fire, wind, and heaven, that's like the classical elements, more from Greek side. But wood, fire, earth, metal, water, that's Chinese. Right? Or was it Japanese? Or Asian in general. I think that's just the Asian outlook on the elements. Huh. A magus has one of these elements, and there are others with specialized elements as well. Most of these magi end up as specialists, though. And in your case, it's swords. So, metal? There's no variety, but you can try and be the best when it comes to swords. I see, certainly. When it comes to swords, I've always had a strong interest in them. I thought Shirou was more of an archer kind of guy. He's in the archery club, not like the fencing club. Then, what attribute would Tosaka be? Considering her, I'm sure it's something uppity like fire or wind, but I want to ask and I'm curious. Hey Tosaka, I'll ask you for reference, but what attribute do you have? Me? I have the attribute called the 5 elements. Yeah, I was gonna say, Rin uses a lot of elements. Does that mean she has all of them? Anyways, that's about all I can tell you. Projection is so useless that it's even called vanity, so don't use it too much. On top of that, it's suicidal to reproduce Saber's sword. It's good you succeeded that time, but it wouldn't have been strange if you had died right then. You said it earlier that magical energy in Saber's sword is way over your capacity. You understand that reproducing that thing is easily past the limits of your magic circuit, right? I know, but you can't easily go past your limits. No, before that, it's the limit, so surely you can't go over it. You can. That's why magi always have death right beside them. Magic follows a form, so it's only natural that you can use any magic if you have the knowledge, right? Even if you know it's a miracle that you cannot reproduce, anyone can attempt it. A magus is only a source of power. Even with a small engine, you can go over the speed limit if you keep pressing on the gas, but all that lies ahead is destruction. It's just like that. Magi can easily go over the limit if they're prepared for self-destruction. Burning up the magic circuit and ruining the nerves. But if you keep on turning the magical energy, you'll reach the miracle. Your projection is just that. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe Shirou is not, in fact, a sorcerer. I think Rin would have noticed. Your body was burning after the battle because your nerves were burned out. That's the price you paid for using magic beyond your level. After doing that, it would be natural for you to lose an arm or two. She's angry at me. But at the same time... So bear this in mind, Emiya-kun. Magic beyond one's limit will make the caster a cripple. Never do anything as dangerous as projecting Saber's sword again. She's really worried about me as well. After warning me, Tosaka hands me some strange medicine. Okay, this will be a good place to end things off. Well... Oh man, that was such a humorous scene. I'm glad we saw it. Oh god. I'm sure there's fan art out there of Shirou with the minigun arms. I gotta see it. If you're hearing this and you're on my Discord, please link it into the Fate chat. I want to hear it. I want to see it, rather. Oh my god. Well, anyway. Yeah, so I guess Rin is a talented magus who can use multiple elements. And Shirou's magic is swords. I cast sword. Oh, man. So I guess if Shirou got his hands on a real sword, and then he strengthened it, it might become really powerful. Like, what? I'm curious, what would happen if, like, Saber handed Shirou her noble phantasm, and then he tried strengthening it, and then passed it back? Wouldn't it be improved? But then, no, I would suppose that would be like adding a droplet of water to the ocean. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I would have thought that Rin would be more focused on leaving and going her own way. After all, the alliance is over, Berserker's dead, there's no reason to stick around, and there was no reason for Rin to help Shirou just now. So maybe she has become invested in him. Like, maybe she's thinking, hey, if I can't win, maybe I'll just do everything I can to help Shirou win. But it's hard to say. Well, as always, I enjoyed my time here, and I can't wait to see what happens next. I hope we see Sakura soon. What is going on with her, man? Anyway, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Fate Stay Night. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.